Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moogle Around Radio, episode 241. We're back. Even though it's only been 2 weeks, we're back, Paul. How are you doing?
Yeah, hot. Sorry, I want to do the the fucking family guy, like
The sun is
weatherman.
warm, even though it's not here.
Yeah,
I
no,
hope you're doing
I'm
well,
doing pretty
apart from
good.
the heat. Are you feeling better,
Apart from the
by
heat,
the way?
I've had a swollen face for the past week, but it has gone down. Can't really eat anything properly right now, but had some mashed potatoes and some beans, because British beans, we love our baked beans. But you know, I'm feeling good. I'm tired. Obviously, from the last episode, I did kind of say that I went to I went to a major for Warhammer, and I can tell you, chat. Day one, I was 2-1. I won 2 games and only lost 1. Second day, I fucking lost every single one. So it just went downhill, but had a lovely time. I did have a lovely time. And it was in a nice air-conditioned convention suite, and it was lovely because it was out in a university, and it was, heaven, where I would go out to the loo because it was outside, and it was just boiling hot. And then we go back into the room, air conditioning. I wish I had air conditioning in my house. But other than that, I've been doing great. How are you doing, Chili?
I'm doing well, thank you. But joining us again, I can't believe he's returned to us. Thank you again. Seriously, I'm still nervous every time I do this, but joining us is the lovely Jesse Cox. Thank you so much.
Oh, stop it.
You say
Thank
that,
you for
but,
having me.
Matt, you're an amazing content creator. You're an amazing game developer. And frankly, you're just a lovely individual. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit nervous in front of you. Frankly.
Okay, I'll allow it.
How have you been? I saw you were playing
Lovely.
the Big Walk earlier.
Yes, I've been playing it with the gang from The Office. And I'll be honest, I question how they get any work done, to be honest. Their communication skills, terrible communication skills. I feel like that's probably my fault. No, it's a lovely game. It's a lot of fun, but we are now in the part of the game that's like, oh, you thought those were challenging puzzles before. Now they're just a pain in the ass. So that's what we're doing. It's wild.
Right, there's puzzles.
It's a brilliant game. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Walk isn't just walking. It is you plus friends. I guess you could play by yourself. I'm sure there would be single-player versions of the puzzles, but basically you walk around an island and you have to work with your friend to solve puzzles that could be anything from, like, shoot these basketballs in a hoop, to one that we did today, which was one person finds one telescope, then another person finds another telescope, then another person finds another. So you all have to see each other and then press a button at the same time. It took us 45 minutes.
Yeah. The timing part is probably the thing that would make me struggle. I am rubbish at stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
finding stuff. No. That 45 minutes would just be me finding things. Paul's seen me try and find anything. It could be in front of me and I'll still lose it. I have no direction sense at all. I have none.
I'm not gonna lie, Chili trying to find me at FanFest when we were right there shouting his name and he just walks past us, and yeah. Direction skills of a pure champion.
Direction skills is too many words. I don't even know.
It's like me, Fran, and like Mio were like shouting his name. He was like looking around and then went into the hall. We're like, okay. I was like, fair enough. You'll find us eventually.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. No, until like the very end. We was like going out to like that was stuff. Well, that's because you don't have WhatsApp, so I can't just message you that way. Like, I could message Chris fucking easy. I'm like, right, Chris, where are you? I'll be there in 5 minutes. Job done. I could message, like, I think Fran. I have Fran's WhatsApp now, but I was using Discord, and that was easy. But you, it's like, oh. Chili would just leave me randomly. I'm like, we get to the event, he just walks off. He just walks straight in. I'm like thinking, bruh.
But to be fair, though, I also just randomly appear in front of people. So there's that. But by the way, I can't remember, were you at NA FanFest this year?
I was, and it was wonderful.
Man, I really need to do NA again. I did it in 2016 and 2018, and I really need to go back to America for FanFest again, because I do enjoy the experience there. I do feel like you sorry.
No, I was going to say it was significantly better than last time in Vegas. Look, Vegas, overrated. I'm going to say it, overrated and too hot. The last time, my favorite story to tell, and I will always tell the story because I think it sums up the Dontrell Fan Fest, is I remember coming out. So the way the convention center is set up is there is a hotel on the back end of it, and that's the hotel I was staying at. So what I could do is walk through the back of my hotel and then right into the back of the convention center. It was great. And I remember coming out at one point and seeing some fans and talking with them. And as we were headed towards the convention center, we see leaning against a column, smoking a cigarette, looking the most worn out Yoshi P, just like looking like he has been through it. It is so hot and just a complete mess. And yeah, they were all like, should we go talk to him? I was like, no, let that man have his moment. I was like, that guy is clearly tired.
I felt so sorry for what I did to him at the London Fan Fest.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he walked past us eating burgers, and I went, "Is that Yoshi P?" And everyone literally who was there turned their head and looked at them, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And everyone got up to go take pictures. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna sit here and eat my burger because I was eating my burger like I'm."
Yeah,
to my own detriment.
This was the day before the fan fest.
Yeah, to my own detriment, I don't like. I should try to get photos with them, but every time I see them, like a great example is I was literally coming out of the bathroom and I saw Foxclon and was like, "Hey," and just like kept going. I was like, "I'm not gonna stop you." I'm like, "You do your thing. You clearly don't want to be bothered right now. Just enjoy, have fun."
See, for me,
yeah.
I didn't realize. I saw Preach. I was coming out the room at the top of FanFest this year. I saw Preach. I said, "Oh, can I get a picture of you?" And I'm not. Yeah, I have no directional sense. As we discussed this earlier, I have no situational awareness. And he's like, "I'm busy going somewhere, but yeah, sure, I'll take a quick picture." So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, okay, thank you." So we take a quick picture. I post, "Oh my god, I saw Preach," and I'm like, and then he responded with "Toilet Warriors" because I realized we were right outside the men's toilets.
There you go. Yeah.
Bro was like busting for a pee or a shit, and you're just like, "Yo, okay, quick picture."
Can I get a quick picture? He agreed though. But yeah, I was like, what? It doesn't help that I don't know if you know, but my signature thing is I wear a poop hat at FanFest. So
well, I mean, you inspired him, I guess, right?
Yeah. Talk about FanFest. The Japanese merch has gone on sale. There's some really good stuff up that I feel like I kind of want. I'm still not a fan of the randomized boxes, but I do like some of the. I'm big, as we were talking about earlier. I'm a fan of the Otter, the Moogle, and some other stuff. Is there anything from the Japanese FanFest that you might be tempted to pre-order?
Man, I'll be honest. Like, if I didn't have about 8 million of the corn servants in my life at the moment, I'd probably try to do a blind box thing, even though I don't like blind boxes, but I do like corn servant. I guess I could do the $96 all of them, but I won't. Well,
all of them
I don't know.
Doesn't guarantee all of them, right? It says it should 90% of the time, but like it doesn't.
I mean, you're probably correct. Yeah, like I wouldn't do that anyway. I feel like out of all the merch they have, probably the plushies they have now are pretty fun, but I wouldn't get those. I really at FanFest already got the things that I wanted. It was from the EU FanFest.
Oh wow, what'd you get? The EU one?
I got the Arcadian shirt, and then I got the 2 energy drink glasses because I love me some bat juice, and so I got those 2 glasses that look like soda cans, and I have them now. They're in my cabinet.
That's kind of cool. I do like those.
Yeah.
See, I didn't buy it. Well, I tried to buy something, but then Chili said, "No, I got you this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was the Loporit plushie because I love bunnies and I like the Loporits.
Yes.
Even though in I think it was Shadowbringers, Endwalker, we had like that just really long quest line where I was like, pretty boring, but I still love it. I still need to do a lot of the moon stuff with them. I've been very lazy with that. But the people who have actually been playing Final Fantasy, I finally finished the PvP pass and I got the rule breaker attire, and I'm very happy.
All that stuff, like, bless it, it never looks good on a Lalafell.
It's true. I've
seen some Lalafells good at it.
Yeah, but they're cool Lalafells, not like me.
Hey, come on, you're kind of cool.
Kinda doesn't cut it when it comes to outfits like that.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But Lalafells, we can't really go much higher than kinda. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As a Lalafell myself, kinda is kind of like what I'd aim for if I was aiming in the coolness scale, like with outfits.
Yeah, but at least Lalafells have emotion.
That's.
Have you seen
yes,
most of the
all their emotes are amazing. Yes, their emotes are significantly better than any other race's emotes, hands down. Yes.
I think when it was like when Viera came out and like Viera's motions were they felt like they were just dead inside. There's like no emotions. Like, oh, okay, I see how it is.
And we can have some of the most awkward sound effects as well.
Yeah.
I mean, people know what they signed up for when they play that
Yeah, like,
that
yeah.
race.
That's why I
When
said
you play Sexy
awkward.
Chewbacca, you know exactly what you're doing.
That's fair. But no.
Also, someone in chat has lied to me. 30 quid for the fucking otter backpack. You a fucking liar. It is fucking £63 for the fucking senior otter backpack. So you can fucking stop lying to me now. Also, the Calyx plushie is kind of cool, but for
yeah, I will admit, out of
70
any
quid.
of the plushies, Calyx's would be the one I want, just because I think it looks so. I don't know, something about it. I want to own it, even though I don't like it. I still want to own it. I feel like he has my soul
But
when I'm looking at it. Like I look away and I don't want it, but the moment I look at it, I kind of want it.
Oh, there's an alpaca one. Oh shit.
But anyway, that's cool that you found some stuff at the EU Fan Fest that you wanted.
Yeah. I was happy that it was available. I remember last time I couldn't get anything, so I was kind of bummed because, as always, I genuinely believe that the real good merch happens after NA Fan.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say earlier, that's my issue with FanFest anyway. Like, this year wasn't as bad. You actually got a lot more information, but I would like, even though I'm the EU myself and, like, this will kind of screw us over, I would like to see NA go second in the future at some point, because you always get the limited amount of information at the FanFest at North America because you go first. I would love to see EU go first so that we get the limited information and then America gets, like, the full job reveal and stuff and, like, the bigger trailer. This year wasn't as bad as previous years.
I feel like they're doing it based on, I don't want to say demographic, but it feels like that it's one of, like, the number of people attending NA FanFest is just much more than EU. And so I wonder if that's why it's the announcement one. And then you guys get the job because that's sort of like the thank you for your patience kind of, bonus thing.
Yeah. I've said this multiple times, and there's probably a count somewhere, but I still never forget when Dark Knight got announced at London Fan Fest, and the person behind me used to play Final Fantasy 11, and they said they're not going to heal that because they thought it was going to play like 11. So yeah, but 11's Dark Knight would hurt itself. That's why. Anyway, moving on.
I mean, they do hurt themselves because they're a shit job.
Ooh.
When they changed the job, a lot of Dark Knight players were like, "Oh, you're not in PvP. Fuck me. PvP's a whole different beast. You actually get to play the game and have identity." I see a Dark Knight jump on me, get sucked off, and then I see a Dragoon drop on my head. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just dead.
Yep.
It's great.
Do you play much PvP then, Jesse?
Let's be real. Only, like front lines. Nothing. I'm not doing anything real PvP.
You should try Crystal. You should jump into some Crystalline Conflict in the future.
Oh, I have. I don't like it. I'm not good at it.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
I don't. I don't want to take it seriously. I find it much easier to I have sort of like a deep anger, like a true rage within me when it comes to PvP in anything. I become the saltiest guy who ever lived, like a true salt miner the minute anything is worth anything. And so I'll stick to the 1v1v1 where it's like, if we win, it's lucky. And if you have a 33% win ratio, you're doing great. I love that. That's where I want to be. Like today, I was doing front lines and I was on, the adders, and no one on the team was like, we were split the entire game. We were pinched constantly. And I was in chat like, hey guys, regroup. They're coming to pinch us again. No one listened. No one. And you know what? It didn't affect me. Now, if that was, something of importance for like a rank or something, I would have been the like, you suck. This is the worst. I would have been terrible. I would have been a terrible person. So I know me. And so I choose not to do that.
I know me too. And I play League of Legends. So
that's why I play League of Legends on like the competitive. Anything I do in League is like versus bots. I played once with other people. I won. I have a 100% win ratio. I'm never going back.
Yeah, I mostly play A rounds now, but with friends because it's just chill. Just chill.
See, for me, when it comes to front lines, I get more. I find it. I get like weird frustration. Like if we're losing, like for 90% of the match, and then suddenly win, I'm thinking we don't deserve that a lot of the time. Like I really dislike when we just magically win for no reason. It's like the game that just gives us the win. Like,
you did win for a reason.
Yeah,
it's probably because at some point one of the other teams, like, a great example is yesterday I did one and we won at the very end because at the last minute, red like lost their mind because I guess blue pinched them. And rather than focus on us and the objective, red was like, we must kill blue. And so they just went to blue. We were like, oh, okay, we'll take the point. And we did, and we won. Like, all right, guys.
But one of the matches recently, we were like under 100 points for like 95% of the match. And I'm like, well, we deserve to lose this. We're all split up. We're doing no objectives. Nobody's killing anyone. We're dying. And then suddenly red went after blue and we started winning. I'm just saying,
what makes it fun. There's no, but because once you realize that there are no rules, it just happens, then you can shut your brain off, have fun, and it doesn't matter if your team is a bunch of hooligans and nonsense makers. You can leave, whether you win, lost, or came in second. You can be like, all right, cool, and move on with your day.
What you're saying, I'm just, when I'm logging into PvP on NA, I'm just bringing squad of British. Okay.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. That's how I'm going to accept it from now on.
Chance and all. Yeah. They're coming in. They've got great chance. They're absolutely destroying us with puns. Yeah.
Have you guys ever got a draw in front lines?
No.
We had a 3-way draw. And we were like, I was so confused. I'm like, you can draw in this?
How did it score it?
It didn't. It just, apparently the game just didn't exist. I was like, it was literally
wild.
Draw.
Okay.
And I was like, first time I've ever seen it say draw. I went,
the game was like, you're all just so bad that, we're not even going to register this.
It wasn't even that it was bad. It was like such a close game, back and forth. Like, and then it just went draw. And I was like, what? Huh? All right. But it was so weird. So weird. Fun though. Was quite fun. But honestly, right now, I'm waiting for Beastmaster. I'm done with PvP. I've got my PvP done the way with the PvP. Don't know when the new PvP series is supposed to come in. Hopefully it soon. Because I like doing Crystalline Conflict to level up jobs. Because I leveled Bard from 74 to 84. So it's like 10 levels just by doing the pass. Kind of want to do that with Dark Knight because I haven't leveled Dark Knight yet. It's been kind of like low. I stopped playing it after like Shadowbringers. Was it Shadowbringers? No, Stormblood. 60 is where I left it. That is Stormblood, if I remember correctly. 60 Stormblood. Right? No. 60
Heaven's Ward.
Yeah. Well, when it came in, I stopped playing it. That was good. Yeah, because I was playing it when Alexander was the main raid.
Wait, so you don't have it leveled up to max?
No.
Can I ask a question? Can I just a genuine question?
Yep.
Am I the biggest nerd who ever lived? How on earth do I have every single job max?
Because
don't worry, I have as well.
Even land in hand?
Yes. I'm even a land and hand crafting mentor, even though I haven't done any job quest. I'm
a double mentor. I have a crown and a full crown and everything.
I don't have the DPS one yet.
This is what's crazy.
I don't even know how you do it.
Well, it's because I don't just stream. Most of the time, I'm not even streaming. Most of the time, when people see me in game and they're like, hey, Jesse, what are you doing? I'm like, playing the game. And it's like, 10 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I'm just by myself in my room just sitting there playing because I love this game. So,
I play it. Like, don't get me wrong. I play the game. It's just that I also have ults. I have ults that I play with American friends. I go do stuff with that.
There's your
I have my main, and then I have a random EU ult that I was playing because they fucked up the EU fucking center, just the data centers in general, because they split them up like fucking idiots. And that kind of split power base where I've got friends over in Chaos where I want to go play with them, and then I've got my one, and then fucking terrible. And then I used to raid quite a lot, but this time I'm just leveling it slowly because I knew there was going to be a long wait until the next expansion. So I thought, well, I'm not going to level everything straight away, so I can just I can do my dailies and stuff like that and just level slowly. Pick a job a month and just level that. Either doing the dailies or just doing PvP, which I have been doing.
By the way, Jesse, does it bother you also that Beastmaster is just there? Like it frustrates me that I can't level in. It's just there on the character screen.
It's the icon there at 0. How does it make you feel? How does your
That's like,
it doesn't bother me. It just it's weird that I'm more bothered by the fact that I think I see the Matrix code and it really disappoints me when it comes to the presentations they're doing and stuff like that. Because I think, in my estimation, if you look back at Dawn Trail, what we got was a bunch of this is going to be in the game, and this is going to be in the game, and it's going to be Beastmaster, and this, and this, and this. And then 2.5 years later, they're finally getting to Beastmaster, right? And so, I think I killed the hope inside me to be like, man, man, I can't wait. I'm like, when it's here, it's here. Whenever it shows up, great. And I think that's when I see them talk about things in, Evercold, I'm like,
It's gonna be a long
right,
time.
so yeah, they're talking about all these things they want to implement. I don't believe that it's clearly not going to be an 8.0, and they're not going to tell us anything in 8.0 because they want to keep it all kind of like a secret.
Hush, hush.
So most of what they're telling us is clearly 8.1 and beyond, which if we're looking at January 27, why do I want to say 2077? We're looking at Cyberpunk 2077. If we're looking at January 2027 and then we're move forward into the summer or spring, like we're not going to get any of that stuff for a while. So I'm like, I'm toned down. My hype is minimized. Whatever
Wake
you
up,
bring,
warriors
I'll be
of
happy
light.
when I get it. Yeah.
we got a planet to burn.
Yep. So we'll see.
Oh my god, Johnny Silverhand's confirmed for. That's still my favorite scene of your character, Pants on Fire. Still my favorite.
To this day, I still get
Paul, I don't know
videos
if
and
you,
stuff sent to me.
Chat show stuff quickly, sorry.
It
But
is
no,
the most funniest random quest in the world. I was like, when I first played it, I was like instantly like, oh my god, why the hell? Because I didn't know you were in the game. I didn't know. I was just playing Cyberpunk when it came out. I think it was like PlayStation 4.
Sure.
I think it was on my PlayStation 4. It had
You were one of the brave ones, yeah.
I was one of the brave ones. I loved it. I sat there and played it for I think it was about a good 16 hours straight. No crashes, no bugs. The occasional like fucked up car would just flip over randomly. I'm like, okay, I loved it.
Yeah, it's I have a very good relationship with the team over there. They've been sweethearts to me for years. If you ever found a cave in Skellige in Witcher 3, I'm one of the ogres in there. Or I guess cave trolls. I'm the one that's trying to stick a thumb up his butt to stop from farting. And then they were like, hey, do you want to do a voice in Cyberpunk? And I was like, yes. And they're like, well, we have a bunch of quests. Do you want to do these? And I was like, what's the stupidest quest you have? One no one else wants to do. And they're like, here you go. And I was like, great, done. That's what I did. That's literally how it went. It was that simple.
man,
Yeah, I loved it.
I still need to pick up Cyberpunk at some point. I got a new PC last year, and I want to pick it up for the PC, but I just haven't purchased it yet.
It's a delightful game. It really is wonderful.
I keep looking at them like, I want to, then I don't, and then I forget about it for a little bit, and then I say I will, and then I don't. So one day I will pick it up, I promise. One day.
It is a great game. It's a very big, open game. You can find random shit everywhere. And obviously they've even they added stuff from the anime and stuff like that. It was so good.
The DLC,
Phantom Liberty.
I guess expansion.
Oh
the Phantom Liberty added so much to the game. And I will say, just the Phantom Liberty story rocked so good.
So good. Like Idris Elba, for me, I love him. He's an amazing actor. I was happy.
The fact that both of them, Keanu and Idris, just were like, what if someone paid us to make a cyberpunk movie? I'd be like, yes, please, guys.
Please now. Please.
I mean, if we can get a new Matrix movie, we can get this.
Yeah.
I still can't believe there's a new Matrix movie announced. I still don't believe I still can't believe the fact that that's a thing.
I don't like. I feel the same way. It's so funny. I read an article. So what is his name? Denis Villeneuve or whatever. The guy, the Dune guy. He had this article where he was talking about like Star Wars, and he said something along the lines of like, ever since George ruined the franchise by making it for kids and I thought he was talking about episode 1, 2, and 3, but the dude was talking about Return of the Jedi. And it was so funny to me because I was like, man, he's been a hater for a long time. And that's how I feel about The Matrix. I loved Matrix 1 and 2. They were some of my favorite movies. And Matrix 3 disappointed me on a level that I absolutely stopped caring about The Matrix. It was like Game of Thrones for me. Like that last season killed the franchise for me. Same vibe.
I'll be honest, I'm going to argue that 2 was a slippery slope. 1 was brilliant. 2 was a slippery slope in places. 3 was when it was bad.
2 had a lot that I loved and had an ending that could potentially have led to like really cool twists. Like at the end of that, I was like, what do you mean he's out of the Matrix? That's impossible. It must be a Matrix within a Matrix. I was so hyped. My friends and I were talking about it forever. It is the exact same way I feel about the end of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, where I was like, what do you mean? And so I see in my future either Revelation being the greatest game ever made or Matrix 3.
I'm hoping for the greatest game ever made because I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VII was my Final Fantasy because Europe never got 1 to 6 until the PS1 era. So in fact, as I've said before, I bought Final Fantasy 6 because it came with a demo of 10. That's why I bought 6.
Interesting.
So I never played 6. I just played the.
Wait a minute.
10.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. You bought it for PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was our
I'm
version.
sending you internet hugs.
That was our
I bought
version.
I bought Final Fantasy 5 because we didn't have 3 or 5. We never got Final Fantasy 3 or 5. And so I bought 5 because it came with 6 here in the States and sort of like an anthology collection. And those were the worst ports of any video game I've ever played.
Well, that was our introduction to the first Final Fantasy
I'm
games.
aware. That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. That's terrible.
And so it's like yours also came with Chrono Cross, right? With is it 4?
Ooh, I don't remember. I played Chrono Cross by itself.
Because we still haven't had an official release of that game.
Really?
Well, okay, we've got it on PC.
I mean, real talk.
Yeah.
You're not missing much. Chrono Cross is fun, but it's at best a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. It's when I say official release, I mean on a console. We've had it on like Android and we've had a PC version, but like on like I could pick up on PC, but like I don't know. Is it weird that I prefer playing these games on console if possible?
No, that's what they're designed for.
Oh no, it was Chrono Trigger. That was for McLeod said in chat.
Now, Chrono Trigger is a perfect game, literally flawless. It's one of the best games ever made.
But yeah, no, I did play 6 recently on stream, and I did enjoy it. So because I played through the HD remaster of 6, and I had a lot of fun because of the world first race. I said if we race a certain amount on Frosty's channel during the world race, I'll play it, and we did. So
that's awesome.
I played 6. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's up there. But 9 is still my favorite. I'm sorry, and that's why I love Dawn Trail's patches so much because of 9. So
9 is a very good game.
And
when it's
one day, chat, I will buy the
expansion.
Next expansion, right? There's a lot of 13 stuff in the next expansion,
we
right?
had some 13 stuff in this one.
Yeah,
we did.
But
And it was mostly enemies, but
mostly enemies. But
there's a lot of stuff in the Evercold trailer, right, Jesse, that kind of reminds me of 13. So I do think we're going to get. I think the next expansion is going to be 13 and 7 inspired for a lot of it.
Well, it's also going to be 7 because of the raid tier.
I thought it was going to be 8 because all of the floating airship cities reminded me of Seed Academy.
Oh, that's true.
But I don't know, to be honest. We are literally getting Final Fantasy 7, so.
Yeah.
I
like
that's
that.
Gonna be such a good raid tier. The music, the fights.
Is it weird that I feel like it's going to be very hard to top the Arcadian?
Arcadian
What
was
music?
literally the
Everything.
best raid series we've had in years. It's fantastic.
Like, I love 7, but I just worry about having so many enemies that are already made from 7 just being ported over as a raid series. I liked Arcadian because it was so unique. So, yeah. And we had that Sum 41 style music.
It depends on what they are trying to get across with the 7 story. You know what I mean? Because even though we got sort of a Midgar image, I don't necessarily know that it's going to be a that's the most recognizable thing. I don't know. I just have questions about what we'll actually do in it because it's only going to be, 12 bosses?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 bosses each tier.
So that's like, I would imagine we exist in a world where 3 of them are Genovas, and 1 of them is Sephiroth. That's 4 already.
We can't have the weapons.
Sephiroth's going to be 12.
Yeah, Sephiroth's going to be 12, right? That's going to be one. You can have one winged angel.
And then the hard mode Savage will be safer Sephiroth or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of, at least in what we've played so far, we've seen each Final Fantasy VII has given us a new Genova, and I know there's going to be another one for the next game, so that's 3. And they'll include those because that's part of this, like, the thing. I'd be curious because they are doing a lot. Did you play Integrate? Was that the DLC for the first one?
Yes, I have played Integrate. Paul hasn't played Remake or Rebirth yet, so
I haven't played any of it yet.
So without spoiling,
I went that before.
Yeah, without spoiling
I'll just close my ears. Don't worry. I'll take my headphones off.
The Integrate stuff literally is like, oh hey, did you play Dirge of Cerberus? Here's some Dirge of Cerberus things. And it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? And that did not show up again in Rebirth. That is yet to come back again in Rebirth. So I don't know what they're doing with that plot point. I don't know what's happening there. So they have a lot to work with. Plus, they've said that no matter what happens, the Rebirth storyline leads into Advent Children.
Yeah, so they can't change too much because of that. But
yeah, so basically we kind of know what we're working with. It just depends on what they choose to value as fight for us.
Imagine if Dirge of Cerberus becomes a DLC pack in the future. Just make it, like, cut it down into, like, a future DLC after revelation.
I generally don't know what they're doing. I'm very curious to see how they wrap that story up, but there's a lot of loose threads, and they got one game left, so we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just worried that there's too many. Like, I love the mini games, but I just hope they don't go too crazy on the mini games.
I thought they had too many mini games last time, and I saw that the director said, we heard that you thought there were too many mini games, so hopefully they limit them to quality over quantity.
Or at least just make them all completely optional. Like, if you've got them as completely optional middle games, then I don't mind that much. That's just me.
Yeah,
we need snowboarding.
Sure.
That's all.
Agreed. 100%. Yes.
That's all I'm demanding. Okay, it's snowboarding, and we know
they're going to give us that stupid mushroom mini game. They got to give us snowboarding.
Yeah, and we know that one mini game's been cut, right? What you call it? Because I think I've read that the Bone Village isn't in the game.
Oh, I don't know. Interesting.
Which means that stupid, because I saw a lot of people complain about the fact that it's cut content, even though all you're going in there is press a button a couple of times and you get that thing right, and then you leave. There's not really anything at the Bone Village, Fan Brightly.
Yeah, man, there is a lot of stuff they could cut that doesn't matter necessarily. Yeah, I don't know.
Again, I remember reading it, but I saw a lot of people outraging, like, oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, no, mini games don't do as many. Talk about mini games. Fantasy 14 is getting a Fantasy 7 Gold Saucer and a mini game inspired by Fantasy 7, which I like the look of in a way, but I also am like, you just ported it to Switch.
Oh, I'm here for it.
You're on
Xbox,
I'm here. And you're on PlayStation, but you've recently.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm sorry, console users. I'm ready to type. I love typing games. Yeah. I'm a sucker for them. I love them.
I love it, but it's just like, it just confused me. Like, all the mini games you could announce, a typing one. I already struggle with.
You guys don't have keyboards?
I already struggle with the shooting game, like the Air Force One. Yeah. Anyway, Jesse, so you're excited for the typing game?
Oh yes. Those are my favorite. I'm a big sucker for that kind of stuff. But I was raised on them. Mario taught me how to type when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
No one taught me how to type.
Yeah, there was a whole Mario typing thing. I love that stuff.
Man, I remember that was on the Super Nintendo, right? Mario typing, I think.
I mean, I played it on a computer in school. That's how they taught us. They were like, "Hey, learn," and I was like, "Okay."
That's how I played.
Your schools were fancy enough to have computers, man.
Oh yeah. Although they were like the Apple ones that were black and white, and so it wasn't that.
Hey, mine was the Microsoft one. Let's go.
Mine didn't have like computers until like secondary school, and even then
we had one in primary school where it was like the computers. This is because mine was a weird school. It had like classrooms, and in the hallway were the computers. So you'd have IT in the hallway. And if you go down the hallway, you go up, there's toilets, and then you go out of it, down the next hallway, there's the library. It was a very weird school.
Yeah, that does sound... here's what I'll say. My computer use in the 90s was until the late 90s when I actually got a real computer. The only video game I played for a while on a computer was Microsoft Encarta 95. Shout out to Encarta 95, the greatest encyclopedia to ever exist.
And expensive.
It was great. It came with the computer we had. What was crazy is because the only time we had computers is because my mom needed it for work. So she never got like good computers. She just got computers that would be like mostly like, C prompt stuff and DOS. And so I remember, it must have been like 95 or something, maybe 96. And there was, here in the States, they had Fox Kids. And it was, Ninja Turtles and like a bunch of cool like cartoons. And they were like, if you want to like check out the Ninja Turtles online, I was like, online, awesome. And I logged in. My mom's computer didn't have the ability to generate graphics. So when I went on their webpage, it was all text. And I thought that's what the internet was for a while. I was like, wait a minute. So the internet's just words? That's stupid. Yeah.
By the way, I'm old. I remember the UK name of Turtles. Okay. Yeah, I remember our Turtles because Ninja was.
They had to like. Yeah. They had to like super censor most of the stuff.
Yeah, Ninja was too offensive for us in the UK in the 90s. We had
to call them like
heroes. They were the Hero Turtles.
That's stupid as hell. Hero Turtles?
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Heroes in the half shell. Hero power.
That's so funny. That's ridiculous.
They also, out of all the weapons that was in the show, they censored the nunchuck because that was too offensive to have. So they removed his nunchuck and he had a grappling hook instead. So that's
probably the one thing they thought a kid could get their hands on.
Yeah. So they had to edit every scene that he was in, including except for the intro for some reason. The intro he still had his
That's
nunchuck.
so funny.
But any actual scene in the show, they tried to edit over with a grappling hook. They tried.
That's ridiculous. That's amazing.
Like they did that with like most animes as well over here. Like I think it was like One Piece. They also like censored a lot of shit with that.
It was like
Like,
Dragon
it's
Ball.
really poorly drawn. And Dragon Ball. It was like
The
so
original
terrible.
Dragon Ball, where they couldn't call anything. Like the Saiyans were the Space Warriors, and yeah, Piccolo was.
I mean, we had
Big
our
Green.
own weird censorship with that too, but yeah.
Big Green. Yeah, no. 90s were weird for censorship.
Yeah, I was born in the 90s. Great.
Young and
I'm the youngest one here, I think. Yeah.
You definitely are.
yeah.
Because I remember playing on the PlayStation 1 and playing Final Fantasy 7 when I was like 5, and that was like 2000. And playing like
Sweet
Tomb Raider.
soul.
I like Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was great. It was also funny watching my mum drown her constantly. It was funny. Great game.
Wow.
My first Final Fantasy was 13. I played a little bit of 7, but I don't remember it. Because I'm a child.
Talking about good games, Evercold, January. Let's try and stay on top. Like we'll ever do this.
Try and stay on topic.
Are you looking forward to the new tank job, Jesse?
I am, mostly for cosmetic reasons, because a Lalafell like that is so funny. A Lalafell with 2 shields. I hope if there is a just God, they will allow it to be the size of everyone has the exact same size shield. I want a Lalafell with giant shields, massive. Like twice the size of that Lala is what I want.
It's either that or for some reason I picture, that enemy in Sonic. I can't remember which one it is, but for some reason I can remember it, but I can't picture it exactly. But that is like 2 like half orbs that then rolls up into a ball. For some reason I picture that also as a Lalafell. Like the idea I can just hold them together and then roll down a hill.
All I want. That's all I want. Is just to look ridiculous.
I just want my Lalafells to turn into babies. That's what I want.
Collect them all.
It does look cool. I like the tank job is really interesting to me still because I still think it should be enough. Just because all the range attack they have, it's just meant to be enough. So I don't know why it's a main tank.
I feel like we're gonna find out that range attack is kind of like just like a warrior throwing an axe. It's gonna be a 1-button thing.
Yeah, well, with the evolve mode, a lot of things are gonna become 1-button things.
You're right. Yeah, touche. Yeah.
So...
What are your thoughts
Which
actually
I
on
am
the
looking
evolve
forward
mode,
to.
actually? Sorry.
Oh, I'm here for it. I think as someone who has seen a lot of games over the years and been in MMOs for 20 plus years at this point, the MMO genre is aging out. Most people who play MMOs, I think the average age is 30 something. Most people are absolutely, if you're young, chances are you're playing because your parents played. Like that's that kind of thing. And so, I would love it if they made it a little more like, oh, this can bring in new players because it's a little simpler to understand with the way younger people play games these days, which is like
Fast-paced.
6 buttons max, you know what I mean? And also I think it frees them up to do a little bit more mechanically to try to make fights a little more engaging when you don't have to look at all these damn buttons and you can just focus on movement and things like that. So there's reasons I'm absolutely for it. I'm sure it'll cause people stress to learn something new, but whatever.
Get over it. That's what I say.
As a
It's something
controller
new.
player,
A lot of people have been very upset about it.
As a controller player, there's certain jobs that I'm excited. Like I enjoy Astrologian when I play it occasionally, but it just has too many buttons that does basically the same thing. And there's too many buttons for Astrologian. Some of the jobs just have too many buttons. And I know if you're on keyboard and mouse, that's fine. But as a controller player, it gets frustrating.
Sure. I mean, if they're going to continue to support the game on consoles, then it needs to be a little like nicer for a console player. I absolutely get that. Yeah.
Yeah, being that they just branched out to Switch as well, which also doesn't have that many buttons as well.
Yeah,
I think it's
absolutely.
a good way to play it. I think it's
I don't know
good.
if it's fixed, but Switch did have a funny glitch where they announced the Aura horns could be changed in Evercold.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the Switch version allowed you to change it already. They bugged it out and included it in the Switch version, so you could change your Aura's
at
horns.
least we know it's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if they fixed it. I haven't seen any updates on Mioni's channel or whatever on if they fixed it, but it's interesting that they've done that. So
I was. I like where it's leading to, but I've had people say, "Oh, but I don't like it." And I'm like, "Well, you just don't like it because it's changing, or you just don't like it?"
They haven't played with it yet. To say you don't like it, you don't know what's about to happen. You haven't even touched it yet.
yeah, I saw a friend of mine. I enjoy his content and he's lovely most of the time, but he complains about Healer a lot. And as much as I love him and I enjoy his content, I did find it frustrating that as soon as the North American Fan Fest ended, like 20 minutes after, he made a rant video about how easy White Mage is going to be on. And I'm like, just wait. Like, please just wait.
Wait. The question is how easy White Mage is going to be?
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's going to be
White
too
Mage?
easy on Evolve Bond. I'm like, what?
It's already easy now.
That's what he already complains. It's easy enough. It's too easy as it is. And now he's complaining it's going to be even. I'm like, wait, just you already. Why? Oh,
I guess my question is then, if you feel that it would be too easy, there are 23 or I guess 22 other jobs you could play that might be more challenging.
I love the fact that it's easy as a white
Yeah,
mage.
I mean that's why I play warrior as a tank, because that's unga bunga, man. I don't think I just smack and win.
I heal you so I can do damage. So please take damage so I can heal.
I mean, I guess I can understand wanting challenge in your gameplay. My perspective is the challenge shouldn't come from which buttons you press and when. That is antiquated. That is why the average player of MMOs is aging out. Because the idea of like, well, I have to know when to press this button at this exact time and what order and what like that is lame. It always has been, and it's the reason why you see the stats where it's like 85% of people play normal mode and like 15% play hard. Because once you do hard mode stuff, it becomes all that. It's just all about what buttons you press and when, and that's not fun for a lot of people.
Yeah, it becomes less about the fight and more you look on the website and then there's just a picture of the timeline of when you're supposed
my
to.
class.
There's a
Yes,
picture of a timeline of specific buttons at specific times, and then you're
and
like,
that's not cool. That's not fun.
why am I playing
Yeah.
it? I'm not playing it.
Yeah,
I'm just...
and the idea of, oh, well, it's challenging. It's like, is it you looked up a guide that told you what to do and when? So that's not a challenge. You just read a thing and then you got good at pressing it when it told you to. I don't know.
I don't like that.
If they, I think making fights challenging shouldn't be button press. It should be all the other aspects of a fight.
Mechanics, movement, mitigation, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that's more fun for me. I love movement. I get it's probably a ping problem, but my mate sees me like dodge like a mechanic, like 1 second was about to go off. He's like, well, how'd you do that? I went, it's my ultra instinct for a second. It's fine. But that's because I love movement. I hate rotations. I fucking suck at rotations. I just want to play the game. I play summoner. It's just, yes. I play the color button. Yes, I play green. This, done. It's easy. I like healing, but my raid team already had 2 healers. So, people that wanted to play as healers, so I swapped over. We like playing different ones. I'm looking forward to Bard. Don't know if anyone else is looking forward to Bard because they're actually being more supporty, and I'm looking forward to that. Where like the songs give you movement speeds.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, having 23 jobs means that you need to rebalance and redefine what they are. Because eventually people keep talking about like, oh, I wish we had this class and this class. Like I know people are talking about a boomerang class, right? Because that was one of the like guess who's back or whatever that thing was, look who's back. Where would that fit in the jobs we have currently? Like we already have basically a boomerang, which is a dancer. We already have like bard stuff that they would have to come up with something completely creative and different on a completely different level that would kind of negate what a boomerang would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sticking to my talk about range physical. I'm sticking to my theory that it's going to be you played Fantasy 13, right?
I did.
My theory is still going to be Vanille's weapon. The staff. The staff range.
Oh
thing.
Yes, that incredibly weird staff. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my idea. Like they said, it's not based on a previous fantasy job. Technically, that's not based on a job because it's based on a character.
Sure, but all those characters are jobs.
I mean, what is
like
Vanille's
Fang
job
is a
exactly?
dragoon, and they're all jobs. They're all just like inspired by jobs.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I said. I think it's going to be. That's why I say I feel like it's going to use that. It might not use any actions from 13 that Vanille did, but the weapon itself, I feel like might be inspired by that. But that's just me. That would be a different weapon than what we've got right now in the game, and would be.
I'm still holding out for Snowboarder.
Physical ranged.
Yeah.
What?
Bro, snowballs, bro.
Yeah, don't ask too many questions. Don't think about it too much. Just embrace it for what it is. Snowboarding.
Look,
It's going to be
okay. I'll accept it only if your limit break is you whack them. You summon like a giant ethereal snowboard during your limit break at level 3 that like shoots.
Yeah, no, a whole avalanche and we ride it down. Yeah.
Yeah. or it shoots snowball while you're smacking enemies.
I think it's going to be Blitzballer.
That to me, I know a lot of people are talking about FanFest and what would be the break glass moment for Final Fantasy 14. That's my break glass. I believe that if Final Fantasy 14 is ever in desperate need of saving itself, we'll get Blitzball. Yeah, for sure. That's it. That's the one. That's how we know we're doomed.
Like Final Fantasy 7, like a raid for Final Fantasy 7, that was my one, and then I saw it, I'm like, oh wait a minute, it's just like a break thingy like moment. I'm like, wait a minute, just put Final Fantasy.
I think that's more of a until recently, because they released 7 on a bunch of new stuff. Until recently, I would have said that's a Final Fantasy 7 break glass moment because 14 has a huge audience, and that is very clearly designed to be like, hey, 14 players who never played 7, you should go check it out.
It's getting me because probably like the next couple of months, I'm probably going to pick up the games and play it. So
already working.
I've never played it.
Yeah,
it's already working. It's already working.
For me, it was kind of, if it wasn't next. I know it sounds weird. If it was a Forever Cold, I would be thinking about it being the break glass moment. But next year is like the anniversary of both 7 and Remake.
Yeah, this has been planned for so long. Absolutely. And they weren't going to do a Final Fantasy 7 collaboration during, Remake or Rebirth, because that was the start of it. They were clearly going to do it at the end. And here we are at the end, and all the anniversaries, like it lines up perfectly. Yeah, this is something they've been cooking for a while.
All right, talking about Blitzball, I haven't kept up with them for a while. I think I'm in one of the Discord still. Do you want to come to a Final Fantasy 14 Blitzball game at some point?
I don't even know what that means.
There's Blitzball leagues inside Final Fantasy 14 where it's been I'll be honest, it's been a few years since I've done it, but what they do is they use the random systems in 14. They use that as a way to how they work out how to pass from players, like how you got the number system in 10. So yeah, they like.
So what you're really inviting me to is a Final Fantasy 14 like version of Warhammer, but it's just Blitzball.
Yeah, they roleplay Blitzball, but with
So like at some point they're gonna break out rulers and they're gonna measure where the ball is. And they're like, well, actually, my kick was...
I don't think they've ever done anything like that from what I've seen in the past.
I'm getting trauma chat.
It's a lot more casual.
PTSD.
But yeah, it's a lot more casual than that. But yeah. No, they have.
Actually, your lads can't see my Norn. Actually,
they actually have leagues and everything. It's
with
insane.
The new laws of 11.
No, but they actually have leagues and stuff. It's crazy, actually, how much in depth they actually go. Like,
there's a lot of stuff. I'm always impressed by the community of 14. They always are doing wacky stuff, and I'm like, look, guys, that's so fun.
Yeah, we went to a show, like a theater show last.
Yeah, I've been to a few of those. Yeah, they're super fun.
Yeah, we watched Beauty and the Beast, and I was sitting there chilling watching that. I was showing some friends on Discord like what it was, because some of them don't play Final Fantasy. I'm like, oh, this is really creative. But yeah, it's really fucking good, isn't it? I'm just sitting there enjoying it.
I'm a little usher for next weekend for the event, so I'm going to be helping people get into their seats. So
lovely.
It's always great. It's always great with the Final Fantasy. I'm hoping some really cool shit in Evercold. So I'm really looking forward to Evercold, just because they have promised me more shit to do in the areas, which I want. So I feel like after an expansion happens, all the new areas that we see and go through get left behind in the dust and barely ever eat again. So if they give me more stuff to do in those areas, I'm very happy, man. They have confirmed it. I'm looking forward to it.
But did they say what stuff?
They said that just adding more stuff. Didn't say what types of stuff, but making it less dead. So it kind of got me hyped. They haven't announced anything. I'm hoping they're going to talk more about it I was hoping they were going to talk about it in EU.
Stuff is like such a vague term.
It is very
stuff
vague.
Could be anything.
But that's like more open world content is what they said. So more open world stuff. So I was like, ooh.
Some of the bosses they seem to describe sounded a bit like Shadow the Colossus style enemies, which is interesting. They like talk about giant Goliaths and stuff like that wandering around the world.
Yeah, the Titans around the world. The snow like Titan looking thing. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Make that a world boss. I mean,
I am interested to see what that actually means, but I guess I would want to see what they're doing with the new stuff as well. Because one of the things I learned from playing World of Warcraft is that when they did Cataclysm and they changed everything, they changed all the starting zones, they added new stuff, and I love the starting zones they added. I thought they were so much fun. And I realized at a certain point, no one was playing them. No one. And people were like, oh, I hate Cataclysm. The new zones are stupid. And I don't like this and the things they changed the old world. I loved the old world changes. And I couldn't figure out why no one liked them. I was like, did you play them? They're incredible. They tell stories now. Stuff flows between zones. It's so good. And then when they finally released the stats, like barely anyone actually went back. And so that's how I kind of feel about this. I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm interested in what they're going to do, but also most people probably won't go back to stuff.
I'll be honest, my only experience really with WoW was Shadowlands.
Well, I'm sorry.
And that's only because they added controller support, and I told friends that I would try it if they added controller. And so I promised, and I don't want to lie. So I tried it. I didn't mind it, but that's because I had no previous experience. So I kind of can't hate it when I don't know what anything else like before it. Like, it was my base experience.
I get that.
But what?
Speaking of
talking
WoW,
about that, what are you
just took
hoping
money.
for? What are you hoping for with Evercold? What announcement are you looking forward to the most that they would do? What would you get you excited?
I mean, announcement wise, I would love for them to actually show off more of the customization options they keep hinting at, and they keep saying they're going to give us more of, but that clearly is not going to be in 8.0. And the things I want them to announce, story stuff, and to give me a little bit more of the world, they're not going to announce, because they literally are like, we aren't going to share nothing because you guys got mad that we spoiled stuff. And I was like, what? But no. So yeah, the things I want are story things, and we aren't going to get those. So I don't know if there's anything they can announce that I'd be like, that's what I've been waiting for, unless they told me something about the world. But with that said, yeah, some of the customization things. Actually, the one thing I want them to do more than anything is to, at NA Fan Fest, they showed that screen that was the character, and it had your season bar, and then it had all the gear. And they're like, this is a placeholder.
Not a season pass. Not a season pass. No,
yeah, not a season pass.
My favorite part.
They showed that, and they're like, well, this is just a placeholder. And then EU Fan Fest happens. They show the exact same screen. I was like, okay, so is that just a placeholder, or what? I would love if they just, I don't know, during a live let or something, opened up that screen and messed around with it to show it more than just a static image. Because there's a lot on there I don't quite understand, and would like them to show it off a little bit more.
What do you mean you don't want a 2-hour live layer with Beastmaster? What do you mean?
I mean,
Sorry,
I know a lot of people who really love that they got nitty gritty, and I think that's super fun. But
yeah, I get it.
I would love it if they showed us a lot of stuff, and I'd like if they could show more. Like, they gave us a new job, and then they showed us a few things, and then we're like, all right, well, that's it, bye. I'm like, what do you mean? I was expecting a full on, this is going to be a massive thing. I was like, all right. And I don't know. I just want more. I think my problem is I want more, which is a good problem to have, I suppose.
I wanted to show off more of the evolved mode. I just want to show off, maybe they show us a couple of classes or.
That's true. Yeah,
so
they keep talking about it. They keep giving us design philosophy stuff. But I would love it if they just sat down and like, all right, we're going through every single job. Let's show you.
It's like usually we would wait for the media tour, wouldn't we? We'd wait to the media tour to see all that. But even just little sneak peeks of oh yeah, look, this is this random dragoon, and then there's a little snippet here, this is there, just to get you a little bit hyped. But nah, they didn't give me that much.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I would like to see them do is the quest. I think WoW did this a couple of times, where it's a very niche quest line, but a different type of maps where it has to make you have riddles and stuff like that, and make you actually think to go back in the other worlds.
I mean, they've definitely done do you remember the quest that is right outside the Waking Sands area where it was a treasure hunt and you had no quest markers?
Yeah.
It's been done. I wonder. Again, this is, I come from the world of game design now. So in my mind, I'm thinking awesome idea. I love that. How many people actually played or did it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I wonder if that's one of those things where they're like, why would we devote the time and energy to that when we have all these other things people are demanding? So why would we want that?
I mean, you say that, but then for some reason they've upgraded chocobo leveling. I still don't know why.
A lot of people use their chocobo though. A lot of people doing Fate, doing solo stuff. People do actually just have their chocobos out and going around the world and doing it.
And I think that does it's a good service to what they clearly are catering now a little bit, which is the single player. And being able to take your chocobo into a dungeon is huge. And I think that's a very fun couples date night kind of vibe, where it's you and your significant other can bring your chocobos into a dungeon and just run it together. I think that's very sweet. It's offering a lot of fun stuff. And I think, again, this goes back to the opening thesis of the whole damn thing. They're looking for more ways to get more people to play. And that, I think, is the overarching theme moving forward in all MMOs. And I genuinely believe that, right now, World of Warcraft is like steamrolling through their story in these last 3 expansions. For what purpose, I've been trying to figure out. I genuinely believe it may not be a WoW 2, but I think after the next expansion, they're going to do a WoW reset of some sort where it's easier to play. And they keep doing it, right? So they're just going to do it again. But there's like, it's even easier to play. It's easier to get into. Like, that is the MMO vibe. And I think Guild Wars 3 is about to show us the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that Guild Wars thing.
Me too. I think it's going to be fun.
I still feel bad. They were like, I was invited to a Guild Wars 2 event for a website, but for a PlayStation website, I'm like, we don't really cover PC games for a PlayStation website. I apologize, but we probably should turn this down. And then a few weeks later, Guild Wars 3 got announced, and they were like, you should have probably have come to the event. I'm like,
Fair enough.
I mean, that's
Okay,
why I say yes to every single event I can actually go to. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Because you never know.
Well,
never know. You never know.
I didn't really have the money anyway because it was in London. So getting down there would have been way too. For some reason, England doesn't like us visiting London if you live up north. Like
I get that.
Germany was like £220, right? Return. London is 180.
And this is train, you were saying?
This is train, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. But also, I wonder if it's because of, the 220 or whatever. It's still 180 to get through the UK, and then the rest of it is cheaper just to get through Europe.
Well, the train is only like 40 away from me. It's only, yeah.
Like in Germany, like we would just get the train. It was like €5. Like, cool.
Yeah. Like, how is this? I miss Germany prices. I don't miss that restaurant that tried to kill me, but I miss everything else.
Another assassination.
How do they try to kill you? In what way?
Well, I have a severe nut allergy, okay? And Paul can confirm, right? I said, but Paul says I put my hand in my face, but that's just me. I get kind of nervous sometimes, and that was probably the issue. I said, does this dessert have nuts? And she looked at me and said, maybe. And she said, then came back and said, right? She came back and said it has a little walnut, right? Right, Paul? It was something like that, right?
No, it was hazelnut.
Either way, it had a little hazelnut. So I'm like, okay, then thank you. I'll have something else. And then she was insisting that it was okay because it was only a little bit of hazelnut.
Oh, you gave in though. I would have been like,
no, he didn't give in. He did not give in.
I'm still here and alive, so no, I did not give in. It was 5 minutes of going backwards and forwards. Okay. No.
All right.
No. And then I ordered vanilla ice cream.
I thought you were about to say, I was like, all right then. And then I almost died. I was like, what?
Then I ordered vanilla ice cream instead, and she just looked at me like I swore.
Chili was rushed to the ER that exact same night.
Look, she looked at me like I swore. It's almost as bad as when we went in the night, because this was the hotel, the restaurant of the hotel, and we went in at like 9:30, 10 p.m. Was it like 10 p.m. time, right? I think it wasn't that late, was it?
For what?
When we went to get a drink.
Oh, to get a drink? It wasn't even that late. It was... We got there at like 4 p.m. because we wanted to have a drink.
Yeah,
like, just a drink. Just say like... I asked is there a bar open? Because I wanted to grab a drink, like soft drink or even like an alcoholic drink. The guy on the desk said, yeah, bar that way. Okay, they went up that way. He's like, no, bar closed. I'm like, what do I get a drink? Really weird. But they, the woman did not like us that we was just there for 2 lemonades because that's what we got. I asked, you got any ciders? Because I'm a cider drinker. No ciders. I was like, okay. Looked at the beers. I was like, oh, no, the beers. I was like, I'll just get a lemonade. She looked very offended that we just wanted 2 lemonades.
I think she was so offended that she sent someone else to serve us. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, she came in, tried to serve us, stared at us because we asked for soft drinks, walked away, and then someone completely different came to our table with our drinks.
Yeah.
You two were just causing trouble.
By the way, the tiniest drinks ever, by the way.
You went to Germany and started stirring it up.
I mean,
they weren't prepared for you.
They weren't. To be fair, this was a really posh restaurant. This was a very posh restaurant.
Yeah.
Posh restaurant, posh like hotel. Like it was very like we felt really out of place. But it was lovely. It was on a lake and everything. It was like, oh, so nice.
That's very nice.
It was very, very bougie.
We decided to treat ourselves because it's the anniversary year of Moogle Go Around, so
10 years.
Congratulations.
Still running.
Yeah. 10 years.
One of the longest reigning. I say one of the longest, not the longest. I think State of the Realm. I think still beats us there.
And then you got Gamer Escape as well.
And Gamer Escape.
Yeah. With April Radio.
Yeah. But we're one of the 3.
We're about to hit episode 250 this year as well, which is it's crazy that we're hitting 2 milestones in 1 year.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But we should start wrapping up. It's getting quite late.
I did want to ask one question for Jesse, because this is from a game development standpoint.
Shoot.
Because Yoshi P, I think it was Yoshi P that said this, that he's looking for ways to make it easier for players to get into Final Fantasy 14 because of how long the story is. How would you think he should approach it?
Well, I mean, it's tough, mostly because, if you had asked me 3 years ago, I would have said Dawn Trail is the way to do it. You make it so because you've ended the one saga, you make it so players start brand new. They have like a little tutorial area that is this own little micro adventure that leads them into Dawn Trail. They meet all the Scions. They do that whole thing. Clearly, that wasn't the plan for Dawn Trail. And seeing where we're going in the future, I don't even know how that's possible. And then having talked to Yoshida, dude has consistently said, play from the beginning. So I don't know how one would do it at this point, other than story-wise, I genuinely have no because it seems like you would need to know the lore delivered in Shadowbringers to understand what's happening in Evercold. So I don't know how one would do it. But I guess you just go the WoW way, and they were like, hey man, we don't care. If you join, here's a list of expansions you could play if you want, but whatever, and catch up with your friends immediately. Which
For me,
is fine, but it's tough because most people who play World of Warcraft aren't there. They're there for the guilds and their friends and the stuff like that. Unfortunately for 14, a lot of people are there for the story, which makes it tough.
I don't know. For me, I would include a skip. I would have skipped it, include a skip with Dawn Trail, and just had when you click your character and be like, you can watch a catch-up video with the key moments in a video, if you wanted to really skip, and then promote having people go back and use the New Game Plus system, so that maybe give some bonus rewards for people that do the New Game Plus, even if you've already completed it. Give something unique for beating the expansions via New Game Plus. And just be like, last time on Final Fantasy 14, and you make a character if you want to watch that. Make that also optionable, for people that don't care about story, because there are some people out there. I know it's mostly story based, but there are some people that don't care. So make it just and then of course have the several cutscenes will be played in sequence.
I feel like at this point, if you don't care about story, they've already got you with the $25 or whatever it costs skips that they have on the store. And as knowing that the higher echelons of Squeenix are very CEO bros, I don't think they'd change that anytime soon. That's free $25 for people who want to skip. There's wait, so you don't want to play any of this? You just want to pay us more money to play with your friends? Okay, sure.
Do like money.
Money good. We like money.
No, well, you say that, but the microtransaction store mainly goes directly to Fantasy 14, right? It's the sub money that mostly goes to the Square Enix offices.
Sure, but I'm sure that's not I'm sure they'd rather that happen than you in their mind. If you play the game and you are paying $14.99, $15, whatever you're paying a month, and then you play and you're doing a Realm Reborn, and if you're like me, when I played, I stopped at level 40 and went and did other stuff, and took 10 years to come back. Or however long that was. And then if you are paying the $14.99, then spending another $25 to meet your friends, you're more likely to stay because you're playing with your friends, and thus getting more subscription.
That's fair. But thank you. By the way, I will say big shout out to the microtransaction store, because I don't know if they're probably going to do it anyway, but I still find it funny that it announced the first milestone that they achieved in the store was to fund the fact that EU didn't have servers originally in 14.
Huh.
The EU servers were in Canada. Then they
That's
I'm not gonna lie, sorry. I still find that funny that someone just shouted out a microtransaction store.
But yeah.
Well, microtransactions get so much shit that someone actually says, you know what? Give a shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a tough question, which is probably why we don't have any answers, right?
Yeah.
And it's probably easier to say, just play the game. And I think maybe that's also why they're focusing more on single player content, so they can make it an RPG that you can play and get a couple 100 hours of content out of.
It'd be interesting. Do you think they could make a single player version, as we wrap this up today, do you think they could make a single player or co-op based version of Final Fantasy 14 with the changes they've been doing? You know how Dragon Quest has an offline, Dragon Quest has the MMO, but you also have an offline Dragon Quest game that is based on the MMO. Do you think in the future they could bundle up and sell the single player version of 14?
I think it defeats the purpose of what 14 is. It's a community-based game. We talked about earlier, playing blitzball or going to a play like that, you would miss out on that. And I think they want people to see that stuff. But I do think they are creating more opportunities for you to, leave a town where people are at and then go be by yourself.
Talking about expansion stuff, by the way, chat. Final Fantasy 11 is getting an DLC next year. Let's go.
And that is 502 times.
Look,
that
I'm excited the fact that
11.
I'm excited the fact that they're actually adding new content into 11.
Yeah, that is good. I've seen a lot of content creators actually be playing Final Fantasy 11 recently, which
it's a fun game.
I was watching Preach play it for the first time recently. He was getting very angry at the chests, like very angry. I don't know if you've seen the chests.
It is an older.
Have you ever experienced the treasure chest in 11?
I played Final Fantasy 11 when that came out, and I lived through the fires. I was there on that damn beach farming crabs and in that crab cave for longer than I can even imagine. Oh yeah, no, I was there.
Yeah, I imported the American version because I didn't want to wait for the European version of 11, so I imported it from America. I used money from my college fund to import it because the only store in town was like, we'll import it for you from America, but we're going to charge you £100, which at the time would have been $200 for the PC version. And I'm like, yes, I don't care. I want it.
It was, I loved it and I had a blast. But one of the things I realized early on is that I certainly wasn't built for it. When WoW came along, I was so thrilled. It changed the game for me. I was so happy to have a game that seemed more my speed, because 11, while having an amazing story, still did things that MMOs, like old MMOs did, like the late 90s, early 2000 MMOs, which were like, hey, each race has its own stats, and that will affect what you can play. So I wanted to be a Taru, but I also wanted to be a Dragoon. The game was like, that's a terrible combination. Have fun. And so no raiders wanted me in their groups. No, like the guild was like, well, you could be backup. Like I didn't want to level. I just want to be a Dragoon because Dragoons rule. And
I was a Taru Paladin. So I know your pain.
Yeah, everyone's like, well, you should have been a Gauka. I don't know. I have very fond memories of the story, but the actual gameplay and the experience, I'm like, nah, I'm all right.
I will say, and I've told this to a lot of people, this Final Fantasy 11 was one of my first PC games. I never really played PC, because we didn't have the PS2 version ever here, because we never got we never got the hard drive in the UK. I think the hard drive never got released here officially. So I imported the PC version, and I never really played PC games in my life. And I still remember one of the first things I ever said in 11, I shouted out, how do I move? Because I couldn't work out how to move my character.
Bless your sweet soul.
I was like, how do I move? It took me ages. I worked out the shout command, but I couldn't work out the move. I'm sorry, how do I move my character? They're like, Wazd. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Wazd.
The best part is I have to wonder if it was someone typing it out or if it was the commands that were built into the game, because those were amazing.
Yeah.
To this day, I still think pentathrust. Do you have it?
Oh my god, Roland Barry Marks, by the way, and stuff like that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man. Now I want to play 11. I want to log into 11 again at some point. There might be 11 streams sometime.
You have promised the people.
There's a free login campaign going right now, so
I tried to promise people, but they didn't meet up to the quota, so I didn't play it. I've been promised for 11 for 9 years. Thanks, Watson.
Look, I've been on 11. Okay. Jesse, as we wrap up, first I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Seriously, it's always lovely to have you on. And hopefully we haven't scheduled you off and we can have you on again in the future. But before we wrap up, we do have one question from the community. Because I was talking about on the stream a couple of days ago, the fact that we'll have you on. And Susan, one of the from MMO Respec, another podcast. Well, I say podcast, but they haven't done a podcast in forever. But they used to be a podcast, and they sometimes stream still. She asked, do you have plans for little JC and what he's going to be wearing in Evercold?
So right now I'm waiting to see what usually, we may not, but we have in the past received a sort of like, here's an outfit prior to the expansion, right? If we get one of those, it'll be helpful. If not, I was thinking of doing like a little chilly boy outfit. There are a lot of great coats and things in the game. A lot of great coats and things in the game now. But with that said, this morning I was running the Cludium chat. The Cludium. It has no other name. I was running that dungeon and a like a helmet dropped for the Dragoon that I've never seen before. And since everyone can use everything, it is a helmet that it's like a cloak, but it's this like really cool metal helmet looking thing, and it has like a little feather on the back. And I was like, yo, if the outfit we saw for the new tank job, Bastion, is the outfit we're gonna get, this helmet matches completely. And I was like, ooh. So now I'm already planning a Bastion glam where I look like a little, like I don't even know, some badass knight. So I have no clue. We'll see. I've already switched back. I've left my old little JC glam behind for Dawn Trail, and I switched back to my standard red mage look. I made my machinist look like a little, I don't know, like revolutionary. I'm messing around. I'm doing things, but we'll see. I imagine it'll be cold based.
Rugged Maniac said, tell Jesse I'm going to save him in Cyberpunk again. So
thank you. Reload if you fail. Thank you.
We need you to voice one of the characters in a future Fantasy 14 expansion. That'd be amazing.
No, you. Oh God, no, you don't. No, I don't. As someone who is playing this game, if I heard my voice and I was bad, anytime anyone asks, you have no clue. Anytime anyone asks me to do voiceover, I stress because I'm like, oh, people are gonna play this, and I'm gonna be the worst voiceover. I'm gonna be the worst one. And everyone's going to be like, that guy sucks. I'm going to have to sit there, listen to myself be terrible. No, I stress over it. The fact that people like the Cyberpunk quest is genuinely a miracle to me. I don't know how it's possible.
It's great. It's just pure content. I loved it. My family liked it. I liked it.
I would, if there was like, I don't know, there's gotta be like, if they decided to start voicing the quest line for Hildebrand, I want to be Nashu's stalker. I'll do that. I'll be that
yes,
guy.
that'd be awesome.
Yes, we need it. Get it done.
Isn't there like a fan thing? Is it still? I think I heard there's like a fan dub of Hildebrand quest going on, right? I think that was a thing, or am I going crazy?
Well, I mean, that's perfect because Nashu Stalker has no lines of dialogue yet. Yoshida, call me.
Sorry, guys. I have loved the Hildebrand of Dawn Trail Hildebrand. It's just so
I still need to do it.
Absolutely heat.
The last part of the chain was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
I need to start it. I haven't actually started the Hildebrand stuff, so I need to start it sometime. Maybe next week.
You get some great rewards from it as well. It's really
it put me off.
You get Gigi. I love Gigi.
Oh yeah. No, I've caught up to Evercold, but not Evercold. I mean Dawn Trail. I don't know why I said Evercold. But like I've caught up to Dawn Trail. I've done a lot of it, but after being burnt from the last one, being forced to do it for the relic, it frustrated me a little bit.
You mean being blessed to do it for the relic?
No,
you mean being gifted that incredible entertainment, and then you got a free relic for it?
That's I like other relic quests more. I don't want it. No, I'm good.
We are gonna have to disagree on that.
I love the Dawn Trail relic. Like the Dawn Trail relic is probably my favorite one because there's a quest line with some challenges and different things to do, and then you can buy it with tomes for other jobs. I like it. Tomes for, like I don't just want tome steps. That's just me. But I'll accept anything over a Final 11th relic. I'll accept anything over that. Yeah. As Roman said, Endwalker's relic was amazing, but the tomes. Yeah, it's just the fact it was tome steps for me. Anyway, Jesse, thank you so much for joining us again. And after this, I might have scared you off for the future, but thank you so much for joining us.
No, my pleasure.
No, I think he might have scared me off for the future. I don't know.
But I hope to have you on again. But where can they find you?
Man. Jesse Cox everywhere. The COX. Yeah, somehow out of all, there's a Jesse Cox model. There's a pretty famous Jesse Cox like radio personality. There's all these different Jesse Coxes, and I'm number one on the internet. I stole their spot. I took all their names on social medias. Take that, Jesse Cox model. You thought you were hot? You're nothing. I beat you. Yeah, I somehow am just, if you look me up, that's where I'll be. So, yeah, on Twitch, on YouTube, everywhere, just Jesse Cox.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, any shout outs before?
Yeah, I want to shout you out for hitting 10 years. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Seriously, it's been crazy the fact that we started off as someone else's podcast, as a sister podcast, and then we ended up in a fight with them, and we ended up as our own thing. So yeah, it's been a wild few years. So it's the fact that we're still around after 10 years and Paul's put up with me for this long is, yeah. And we've had so many wonderful guests over the 10 years. I just can't shout them all out enough. Seriously. The fact that people have come back and joined us and supported us and chatted with us, it means so much. And we got to experience FanFest because of them as well. So again, thank you to everyone for the love.
Amazing.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice. We got London and Germany. I'm skipping France though.
I'm not.
You're not. I'm not going back to France.
I'm not.
I've been to France twice in my life. One time I was sick.
Voulez-vous passer?
One time I was sick, and the other time I was flown out to watch someone play Gollum. I don't need to go back ever again.
Wow. I went there skiing once.
Uh.
Also, I apparently have a family member in France, apparently.
Anyway, Paul, shout somewhere can they find you as always?
Where can you find me? Well, you can find me on Twitter. I think it's like @PaulMetal1 on Twitter. I mainly just tweet out my Warhammer models. Find me on Instagram as well, PaulBun29, I think, on Instagram. Where again, more models and probably some tournament pictures of Warhammer. What else? You can find me on Moogle Around during the weekend. Sunday? Yes, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday and Sundays where I mainly raid on the stream. Be pretty fun. Probably do a little bit more kind of just random stuff now as well in Final Fantasy because I'm chilling. And then Mondays is always my like let's play with some peeps. So we're doing Rogue Trader right now, so that's been quite fun. Burning all the heretics and helping the Rogue Trader. And on my personal channel, Paul Bun, where hopefully soonish I might be able to do a painting stream / building stream. I am setting up with a challenge with a couple of friends where we pick a unit a month to build paint to our best of our abilities to help our painting in the Warhammer community. And that is it. Chili, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Holified Saying Gaming on YouTube, where I'm getting about to my second year of YouTube. I'm close to 350 subscribers. So again, thank you to everyone that supports me on that gaming channel. It's been fun doing anime games and stuff like that. I actually tried the new My Hero Gacha game out today. Put a video out of that. I don't know if I'm going to do more on that, but it's an anime game, so I wanted to at least give it a shot. That was an interesting experience trying to capture it because it didn't want to capture the window. I had to capture the display and then cut it down. So yeah, you can find me on MG_Chili on Twitter. You can find me here on Moogle Gun Radio Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I stream a lot of Fantasy 14. Again, we stream Fantasy 6, and I hope to play some other games in the future. I don't know which one yet, but you can find a lot of Fantasy 14 here. And yeah, and Baldur's Gate 3. Our collab streams of Baldur's Gate 3 will be hopefully continuing today.
Yep.
So anyway, if you're listening, thank you so much for everyone that listens. Thank you everyone for the support. Thank you for the love. And we'll be back in 2 weeks, where I think I've got a guest, but we'll find out. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.